Susan Niedt, aromatherapist, par 9.
So it's a gift for me to be here to experience myself doing it for the first time with a very friendly, loving audience. That's very great. And then I would love your feedback at the end, because there's a lot to go through. But what's really great about EFT ARISE, the protocol that I created, is that you could do it by yourself, for yourself. You could do it with a friend. You could do it in a group. You could do it with children. I do it with my students. I did it with my special ed students, autistic kids, Down syndrome kids. And they just adore it, especially when we do the right? So, but first, since Terry did a whole lot of intending, we're going to stand up, because my intention is that we're going to be happy together. We are one, so here we are. I love you, you love me. I know it sounds kind of gooey, but I have a song that I think we can tap to as a group, which will just bring back joy and memories and laughing. So let's see if it works. Thank you, Richard Niedt. Whoops. If it doesn't, maybe it's too far away. It's all good. It's all joyful.
It's only right. I love this song.
I love this song too.
Well, so it wasn't meant to be this way.
Let's just try it once more.
I'm going to try once more.
Together.
Freeze dance.
And you say you.
Well, we're going to do it. We're going to do it without this. We're turning that off. I know. We're going to do it. We're going to do it with just my phone as loud as it can go.
Together,
I can't seem to love nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the sky will be blue for all my life.
you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. I can't see loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the sky will be blue for all my life. You and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it has to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. I can't see loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life.
All right, ladies, you made my day. Thank you so much. I feel so much more invigorated, which is what I needed to be after all those technical challenges.
And hopefully clearer.
And much clearer. So here we go. What is EFT ARISE? Well, let's find out. First of all, I came up with the acronym because of the definition of arise. To move upward, to come into being, to move into action, to awaken. To awaken. So I have a handout here which says, welcome to EFT ARISE. You could pass it around. Everybody have one?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So, what I would like everybody to do, starting with Laura, if you don't mind, can you read the first sentence of what is EFT ARISE?
Okay, ARISE EFT is an integrated approach to wellness which involves the fruitful marriage of EFT and aromatherapy.
Great. Arlene, can you read the second sentence?
It is a simple and empowering tool to support health and well-being.
Denise?
With its roots in two tried and true healing modalities that have years of experience and clinical research beyond them, ARISE EFT is a technique which has proven time and again in case studies to enhance the results of the already proven method of EFT.
Great. So, I just think ARISE is very appropriate for anybody that is working on anything. To come into being, to move upward, to move into action, to awaken. So this evening we will develop an intuitive understanding of plants because we're going to be working with essential oils. And EFT we kind of have a handle on. We've tapped our way to happiness already. But I'm going to try to give you a little bit of a depth of explanation so that you understand when you're using the essential oils, why. And they are truly a gift from the divine. And we're going to develop an appreciation for those gifts. And then you're going to have a basic knowledge of certain oils and how to use them during EFT for yourself in a group. Pass the oil around so that we could actually do the process with ourselves when we were dancing about. So you're going to go home with a lovely empowering tool, which is sort of a surprise that we'll do at the end. And leave, I hope, with a desire to explore further. Why me? I ask myself that all the time. But here I am. As Terry mentioned, I've had a lot of experiences in my day. That was my very first selfie. And I didn't use a stick. And they all brought me here. Between teaching and my work with autistic population, my owning 3 Gymboree franchises, then I started doing things like making jewelry and selling my knitting at craft shows. I guess you could call me someone that just didn't have a lot of focus. But interestingly, all of those paths brought me here, and all of a sudden I got this big instinct and urge, I'm going to tear up, to work with essential oils. You figure. I was a massage therapist for a while and a Reiki. Kind of all fits in, right? So, her name is Sia, and she is my first case study. And she gave me complete and utter permission to tell you her story. I worked with her professionally as an EFT practitioner and an aromatherapist creating EFT ARISE. She hated her job. She's an extraordinarily talented knitter, a talented businesswoman, and she worked for Plymouth Yarns, one of the best, and I know I love to knit. And she hated her job. So we did some EFT. Sia, why do you hate your job? Because I hate my job. Okay, well, how do you want to feel? I want to love my job. Okay. So we did the process, and I sent her home with the essential oil that we were working with, and I would send her little emails. I love your job. I love my job. Oh, yeah, I love my job. In 4 weeks, she loved her job. Her boss saw her being happier and offered her the job in Utah that she wanted. I don't know. I think that's pretty extraordinary, if you ask me. Thank you, Sia. So she was becoming a fast friend, and I lost her to Utah, but that's okay. So anyway, what I have here, which I want to demonstrate how I do it so that you can use it if you ever choose to, is a scent stick that aromatherapists use. So perfumists use it as well. But sometimes when you're working with clients, the interesting thing about essential oils is that some can be applied neat, which means directly to the skin, and some you want to be a little more careful. And rosemary is one of the ones that you might not want to apply directly. Some people can accept rosemary directly, but to be safe, we're going to put it on a scent stick. And I'm going to pass it around to everybody. And I put it on the wrong end, so you have a nice fat end to hold. Actually, that's the right end, because what you're supposed to do is write the name of the oil on the bottom part. Yeah. Duh. This is so fun. Can you get it okay? There you go. Does everybody have some rosemary? So what I invite you to do is close your eyes and just take a beautiful deep breath. And that is your gift for the entire workshop because rosemary in clinical trials has been proven to help with clarity and memory. And I hit menopause a couple of years ago, and I got to share with you that I need that rosemary a little more often than before. So for those of you that are not familiar with essential oils, they are simply the aromatic compound that comes from within the plant cells. The purpose of essential oils is that they nourish, nurture, and protect the plants. They do amazing things for the plants. They keep bugs away. They attract bees, right? So that the plants can propagate. Well, our DNA is almost identical to that of a plant. And so it has been shown now that this gift for the plant that protects and nurtures the plant can also protect and nurture us. It's quite beautiful. How can essential oils be used? Anybody here have experience with essential oils? So how do you like to use them?
It's the Dara.
I know.
Well, one, the Claricon that I carry with me
Mhm,
everywhere
mhm.
for my hot flashes.
Mm-hmm.
To the point now, as soon as I feel it coming, if I get it out in time, I could just smell it.
And you know.
It eases out. I mean, I've been having hot flashes for 10 years. So that was a very big
Right,
thing.
so that's a therapeutic application. Alpha-pinene is in rosemary, which is why I brought it up, because it's also really good for coughs.
It also helps emotionally, though.
Oh,
because
well,
when you're having that hot flash, you get like,
it truly does.
It
Clary sage, which is the key
Right.
proponent in clary clamans. Now, also, there's research that shows that essential oils can be used for emotional and mental harmony. They can be used for anxiety and stress. And through a lot of experience and research, they're now showing that they support inner growth. And it's actually not a new thing. If you think back in biblical times, and if you think about the wonderful, gorgeous rituals of the churches with frankincense and myrrh, it's nobody's surprise that on an energetic, deep, spiritual level that they work. But we are going to focus now on the energy and spirit of the plants. And I call that the energetics of essential oils. So whenever you need that rosemary, go for it.
Well, I always think it's really amazing that when you think about, the three kings bringing the gifts,
Yes.
what they brought essential oils, so they had that importance way back when.
Right.
So
They brought
if
the,
it was good enough for him, it's good enough for us.
I hear ya. So I brought with me some seeds that we'll let you just pass around. And I just want you to take a look at the seed. And if you think you know what it is, that's okay. And I just want you to think about a seed. I'm a quoteaholic, by the way. I just love to know what other people say. And don't judge by the harvest that you reap, but by the seed that you sow. So what do you think of when you think of a seed?
Potential.
Potential.
Mm.
Yeah. Potential. That's fennel, by the way, that we're passing around.
Oh, is it? I was gonna say.
The middle one is a cardamom palm, pod, and coriander.
good.
I wanted
Yeah.
Indian food, yes.
Oh, fennel. Yes, yes. So, seeds give new life to the plant. Digests itself. It digests itself, and in so doing, it can emerge as a new little sprout. It's in a protective pod that ensures that the seed has potential for life by protecting it while it makes its journey, right? And you think of the many ways that seeds are propelled. Sometimes by animals, sometimes by wind. So, what does that translate to? How do you think a seed could be used for energetic or emotional healing? You came up with a great one, Carol. A seed has potential. So supporting someone perhaps to reach their potential. Right? I'll go back one slide. New life, new beginnings, right? So that translates to growth, moving forward, pushing through, manifesting. Emotions associated around sexuality, oftentimes with the sacral chakra. the digestive system, but on an energetic level, it's being able to digest what is happening to you in life. Nourishment, supporting and restoring confidence and energy. Potential, that's my favorite for a seed. Just when you think of the life of a seed, transforming old patterns into new. And protection, the need for a species or for an individual to survive and feel safe and protected. So what do you think of when you think of a root?
Stability.
Stability.
Connectedness to the earth.
Connectedness to the earth. And rooted. Rooted. And roots often associated also with the first chakra, the sacral chakra.
Well, and they reach for nourishment.
And they,
too.
exactly,
They feed.
exactly,
For the roots,
they bring nourishment up. That's vetiver and ginger. Two just zesty roots. They ground and anchor the plant. They absorb nutrients, provide support and balance for the plant. How do you think that translates into energetics of essential oils?
Gets us rooted in life.
Keeps us rooted in life.
Nourished,
Connected.
energized.
Connected, feeling connected to our source, to ourselves, to each other, and nourished. It's also very nourishing. Roots are nourishing oils. So we got most of them. Feel grounded,